I was working 14 to 15 hours a day, basically just coming home to sleep. I had a relationship with my wife, but my young son, who was at that time was between 2 and 3, he didn't really know me as well as I felt that he should have known me. My family comes from a full heritage of culinary prowess. Before I was born, my grandmother used to cook for the Kennedys when they would come to their Bay Area home. Food is one thing that everyone has in common, and if we practice it correctly, it can really be a bonding force. Food is love. And I think that's really where the inspiration comes, just knowing that I'm feeding people, knowing that I'm actually nurturing a person's soul and spirit. You can go to any soul food restaurant in the world, and it's good food. But when you're able to taste that soul food coming out of the grandmother's kitchen or the mother's kitchen that has really nurtured that item because this is the way that they would cook it for their family, then you're going to notice the difference in the creation of that meal. The chefs and the culinary experts that come on with Tre'dish, they'll have that comfort level of knowing that they have that liaison, knowing they have a person that's not just been on the business side of the operation, but that has literally walked in their shoes on the operational side. Knowing that we have common ground when it comes to the presentation and giving the food the respect that it needs in order to execute correctly for our customer experience. And ultimately knowing that they have someone that's going to empower them on the safety side to where our end experience customers don't have to worry about the safety of the food that they're consuming. Most of your chefs are unable to open restaurants because of revenue reasons, but considering that they have a space that they're already financially contributing to as far as their home, that lease is already paid. When they're doing it for themselves through Tre'dish, they're now there for a legacy. And that legacy is going to be set apart differently because their name is tied to it, their pride is tied to it. And when you put that much into that toolbox, I think it's just going to make that end product that much better. What excites me the most about Tre'dish is the fact that it's a company that's not just doing stuff different, but they're doing stuff right. Miko and Tre'dish, the partnership between Tre'dish and even Riverside County is going to be second to none. It's going to allow us to put a platform together that is not going to be upside down or broken, but it's going to be secured and sustained. And being able to be at the drawing board with them, hopefully the things that we create together are able to go viral, and I think that will be a global force to reckon with. One thing that I've realized around that same time when I had the epiphany of going home and my son didn't really have that relationship with me the way that I wanted him to, I think the epiphany really came to me, the fact that I don't get time back. You can make more money, but you can't make more time. And I didn't quit my job immediately. What it did is I think it just gave me a mindset, okay, Rickie, let's make some adjustments. You're given the power to possibly even pass on a legacy to your children, to even strengthen a legacy that might already be there, but you're able to give them something that they can possibly take the torch and run with it later on. And I think that's what really sets Tre'dish apart, is the fact that for many, many years in the hospitality industry, it was exactly the opposite. We didn't have time for family because we were working so hard. But with a concept like Tre'dish, it's actually going to flip that on its head, and it's going to do the exact opposite. I'm Rickie Hill. Welcome to Tre'dish.